In the industrial setup in the United States, falls are the leading cause of worker fatalities. Each year, on an average between 100 and 200 workers are killed and more than 100,000 are injured as a result of falls at most sites. In India, no proper documentation exists regarding the falls from heights. The danger of working at heights are apparent to all concerned, and yet despite this, falls from heights remain the biggest single cause of fatalities and serious injuries. Indeed, a fall from any height, however small, can put human life at risk. It's incumbent therefore upon all concerned to acknowledge that more can be done. The need of the hour is to respect life by giving it a sense of security in a hazardous work environment. A systematic management approach to address this critical issue will ultimately lead to reducing risk and optimizing work efficiency. ESSAR is one of the largest corporate houses in India with leadership positions in multiple high-growth infrastructure sectors. At ESSAR Refinery, not only does the company pride itself in high performances and world-class products, the company lays equal emphasis on setting a benchmark towards quality safety standards for their valuable workforce.
ESSAR is committed to ensure excellence in health, safety and environment performance through active participation of management, employees, suppliers and customers. We at ESSAR believe that safety and health of the people is our greatest responsibility. It has been observed that work at a height involves considerable risk, and it is essential to take maximum precaution to ensure that all persons working at a height do so safely and go home safely. With this in mind, Mrs. Karam and ESSAR has jointly developed a film to ensure in different situations such as ascent, descent, repositioning yourself, confined space entry and also rescue operations. We trust that this film will go a long way to ensure that you work safely at a height. Thank you.
The basic products that are used for personal safety of the workers working at height includes full body harness, anchorage, connectors, lanyards, fall arresters, etc. The full body harness has three essential components: the body wear, the anchorage, and the intermediate connecting elements. The body wear of the full body harness distributes the force of impact incurred in the event of a fall evenly on the thighs and the torso of the body. Before wearing a harness, it is important to inspect it for certain features. Hold the harness by the back D-ring and allow the straps to fall in place. The harness has clear and separate colors for the shoulder and for the thigh straps so that they are easily distinguished. Inspect the harness webbing for any cuts, burns or damages. Check the stitches for their continuity. Carefully look for any evidence of corrosion or sharp edges on the metal parts. Karam harnesses also give an assurance that the harness has not been subjected to a fall if the unique telltale indicator is still secure on the shoulder strap. The telltale indicator is a small strip of webbing stitched to the back of the shoulder strap, and it flies out of the harness in the event of a fall. The harness can be worn by following simple steps. First of all, slip the shoulder straps over both the shoulders. The unique roller buckles allow the easy tightening and loosening of the shoulder straps. It is extremely important to tighten all the straps so that the harness fits snugly, and this ensures that the wearer does not slip out of the harness in case of a fall. Allow the dorsal D-ring to lie just between your shoulder blades at the back. Now pull the leg strap between the legs and connect to the opposite end using the special parachute buckles. Repeat the same step to fix the other leg strap. Finally, you may check the fitting of the harness by sliding your 4 fingers under the thigh strap and by squatting once. This ensures that although the harness has fitted tightly, it still allows a full range of movement. Label marked as A denote the attachment point on the harness. In certain areas, the label are marked as A by 2. It means that 2 similar points held together shall constitute a single attachment point. At ESSAR, we recommend the use of versatile harness PN56, which comes with certain unique features that have a lot to offer. Besides the dorsal attachment D-ring, the harness also has a front attachment D-ring, which can be conveniently used for connecting to a lanyard for fall protection. The 2 lateral D-rings on the side can be used for work positioning. The central D-ring on the front can additionally be used for the purpose of rope access while ascending or descending, and so on. Apart from that, when the worker is suspended using the front attachment D-ring of the harness assumes the shape of a chair. This makes the user feel very comfortable and safe. Additional padding on the shoulder and the thigh straps provide extended comfort, and the worker is able to work longer for longer hours. Anchorage. The anchorage point is commonly referred to as a secure tie-off point. There are certain important points to note while anchoring to any anchorage point. Make sure that the anchorage used is strong enough to hold the user safely. Technically, it should be capable of withstanding a static load of more than 10 kN for 3 minutes. Always anchor to a point which is vertically above the height of the user rather than to his side. Always check for the minimum fall clearance distance so that there is no risk of hitting an obstacle. Connectors. Various connectors and hooks can be used for a comprehensive range of applications. There are 2 types of connectors: the anchorage connectors and the harness attachment connectors. The anchorage connectors are attached at the termination end of the connecting element. The harness attachment connectors are attached at the harness end of the connecting element. Intermediate connecting elements. The intermediate attachment is the critical link that joins the full body harness to the anchorage point. These intermediate connecting elements are shock-absorbing lanyards, self-retracting lifelines, and rope grabs. Lanyard. Before using a lanyard, always remember to inspect it visually for any aberrations, cuts, or any signs of deterioration. It is also important to identify the attachment point of the lanyard, the end which will connect with the harness, and the termination connector, the end which will connect to the anchorage. For better convenience while ascending or descending a ladder, the special forked rope lanyard, also called the Y-type lanyard, may be used to move up and down as well as along the sides while remaining connected all times. Dorsal or ventral attachment points on the harness are connected to the carabiner at the attachment end of the lanyard. The two scaffolding hooks on the two termination ends of the lanyard are held in the hands. Now while ascending, first anchor the ring with one hook and move up. Then anchor the other hook at a higher level. When you are sure that the above hook is firmly secure, then and only then release the hook that is below you. This process ensures that while moving up or down or sideways, you are securely anchored and safe at all times. Fall Arrestor. The fall arrestor rope grab is a simple but special device that works by preventing a worker from falling during ascent or descent. In the event of a fall, it immediately locks onto the rope, hence arresting the fall. The Karam fall arrestor rope grab is provided with a unique gravity locking system that prevents incorrect usage. It is also equipped with a double security opening system and hence will not open unless a deliberate action is done to do so. The guided type fall arrestor on a steel anchorage line can be easily installed using the upper and lower mounted brackets. It is the ideal equipment which can be used for regular ascents or descents on structures like towers and ladders. In the untoward event of a fall, this fall arrestor immediately grabs onto the steel cable and arrests the fall. Retractable lifelines are designed to provide the maximum movement for a worker in most directions. We can use retractable cable lifelines for varying lengths and webbing retractable blocks of up to 6 meters in length. In case a fall occurs, the automatic braking system in the block immediately arrested. Fall arrestor and retractable blocks are specially recommended when the fall clearance is very small. The most challenging area of activity is when the worker is required to move into confined spaces. It is almost equivalent to working at a height when the depth is large. Karam tripod is one such product that can be used for easy access by a worker into confined spaces such as manholes, tanks, etc. It provides a means of controlled ascent or descent, as well as protection from falls into depth. The fully adjustable telescopic legs made of aluminium are provided with an inbuilt fixture for attaching the winch on it. The tripod has two auxiliary eye bolts and mounted pulleys as anchorage point, tested to withstand strength of more than 10 kilonewtons. The Karam winch is used for raising or lowering personnel or material up to a capacity of 125 kilograms from a depth up to 18 meters. The retractable fall arrest block is anchored to the eye bolt on the head of the tripod. This system works effectively to arrest the fall of the worker. The worker can attach himself with the carabiner at the end of the winch wire. The dorsal D-ring on the suspension strap of the special harness PN25 is attached to the carabiner at the termination end of the retractable fall arrest block. The winch can be used for the subsequent rescue operation to pull the worker out to safety. In situations where the use of a tripod is restricted, we can use a special iPod which has a single cantilever arm that can be rotated at a wide angle and has a variable fastening via ground and wall sleeve. It can be used for various applications to lower personnel or material alike. The moments following an accidental fall are critical for preventing worker injuries. Emergency descent for evacuation or rescue requires a device which you can depend upon. We can use a special descender device which slides on a caramental rope of 11 mm diameter and has a double safety mechanism. It locks itself when accidentally released or pressed too firmly under panic situations. Hence, descender provides excellent controlled descent, keeping the user safe at all times. The rescuer carries with him a rescue sling and descends with the help of a double-stop descender. The descender is used on the working line, while the backup device, which is retractable safety block, trails along the safety line. On reaching the victim, the rescuer attaches the rescue sling onto the victim's harness and subsequently releases from his anchorage. Gradually, the victim and the rescuer descend to safety. Portable compact stretcher can be used to carry the victim to safe medical aid. The rescue operation in the event of an untoward accident like fire can be carried out within minutes of using a suitable device like the abseiling device. Secure this equipment onto an anchorage point and connect the connector to the D-ring on your harness. Step off the structure to descend to safety all by yourself without waiting for any external help. It is important that we all understand the importance of safety in our working. When we are free from the tension of facing any potential hazard due to a fall, not only shall we increase our efficiency, we shall also assure that we return home each day to the family who wait for us.